Hi and welcome to this video all about mastering the roll down. My name is Imi and I'm the body brain coach, and I'm going to take you through a few variations to help you really master this move so you really feel it connecting with your core. Let's get started. So before we get started, something that's really important to be aware of is when we do the roll down or any other ab exercise, you want to connect your core inwards. So think of it as scooping in and up, and that helps wrap your abs around your spine and create a nice strong structure to work from. So just be aware of how you engage your core during the roll down and make sure you get that nice inwards connection towards your abs. So for the first variation, you will just need a band. It can be any kind of band. It can be one of the thicker bands. It can also be a loop band. As long as you can hold two ends of it and loop it around your feet, you'll be absolutely fine. And obviously vary the resistance depending on how much support you want. So take your band and loop it underneath your feet. So make sure it feels comfortable and aim for about the mid-foot to loop it around. Hold on to the handles, so hold on to the ends. Sit up nice and tall, and obviously as you go through the exercise you can adjust how tight or how loosely you hold it. What we're going to do is make sure we're connecting our abs inwards. And from sitting up tall, we're going to peel our spine down towards the floor, working through each segment. So I'm going to work through my lower segment first, nice and slow, feeding each vertebra of my spine down one by one, then the middle, and then finally the upper. And then relax back on the floor. Then I'm going to peel back up again, so nice breath out, peeling through the upper spine, through the middle spine, and through the lower spine, and back up to sitting. And the important thing here is keeping your abs connecting inwards and also going nice and slow. And as you go nice and slowly, you might feel points where the vertebra and the muscles that connect your vertebra feel that nice stretch and you feel that nice connection. So you're doing two things here. You're able to build up better spinal mobility, but also train your body to really keep those abs connected in as you roll down nice and slowly. And the good news is, the slower you go, the more connection you can feel to your abs. So play around with it and see how slow you can roll down using the band. So as we go through the variations, I'd really encourage you to start at the beginning with the band variation and work your way through, because what I'm doing here is I'm taking them progressively with less support. So there'll be more work and more connection needed from your abs as I go through the variation. And listen to your body. So if you feel the band works best for you, keep practicing the band and then build up to the next stage. And obviously the same applies for the second variation and also the third. So let's get on to the second one. What we're going to do here, we can put the band down to one side, take your legs straight, and what's really important is to activate through your legs. So push your heels away from you, bring your toes towards your shins, and sit up nice and tall. As you do this, you should feel a beautiful activation through your legs, so they feel nice and active. Take your hands out in front of you, and what we're going to do is we're going to roll down really slowly. So work against gravity. You control gravity, and obviously keep those abs connected in. So nice active legs and nice connected abs. And relax down on the floor. We're going to come back up, but we're going to use one leg to give us a little hand. So we're going to bring one leg in here, and obviously make sure you alternate your legs as you go as well. We're going to breathe out, and we're going to peel our upper spine off the floor, keeping the abs connected. Hold on to the back of your leg, breath out, and peel back up to the top, rolling through your spine. And obviously we then want to make sure we do the other side to keep it nice and even. But again, the most important thing here is keeping that connection and going nice and slowly. So think about lengthening your spine as you go down. You want to keep a nice long spine and feed the vertebra down one by one. As you come up, exactly the same, breath out and feeding the spine off the floor. What you might notice is there are certain points which feel a little less smooth than the other points. And if you feel that you can really find these points in the roll down, practice them. So for example, if you find your lower spine is really stiff, just practice that first bit where you really feel those muscles stretching and connecting. So variation number 2. Next up, we've got the harder one, which is variation number 3. So on to variation number 3, and this is the most challenging one in terms of keeping your core more connected. So make sure you build up through the first and the second and come to the third when you're ready. It's all about quality, not so much about quantity. So variation number 3, again same setup, activate through your legs, push your heels away and bring your toes towards your shins. Sit up nice and tall. Again, arms out in front of you, and we're going to feed that spine down towards the floor. And something that you can do to help keep connection is breathing out as you go down, and we'll breathe out as you go up. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to breathe out and we're going to peel back up the top to where we started. So it's really important to breathe in, breathe out, and up the top. And the most important thing is keeping that connection through your core. What you might find happens is going down towards the floor feels pretty good, you can keep that connection. And then as you come up, you might find you have a point where you get stuck, so you might breathe out and just can't get beyond that point. If you find that this is you, then make sure you come back to the floor, switch it back down to variation number 2, and just use your leg to come up, as shown in the previous example. So if that's something you feel you need to do, go back and check out variation number 2. For variation number 3, the most important thing is to have that smooth descent as you peel the spine down towards the floor and maintain that inward connection with your abs. So there you have it, 3 variations, 3 types of roll downs. Choose the one that works for your body and build it up at a pace that works for you. Remember, quality, not quantity. So something to really be aware of in variation number 3 is as you come back up. So as you come back up from the floor to sitting, making sure you maintain that inwards connection. So as I showed before, you'd roll down, and then on the way up, quite a few people tend to get stuck. So if you're keeping your abs engaged inwards, you might get stuck at various different points. For me, it's about here. And if at this point you feel like you're forcing your abs, you're pushing your abs out to get up, stop. What you want to look for is a nice smooth exhale and a nice smooth controlled motion coming back up, maintaining that inwards connection with your abs. So breathing out, like that. And it should feel a lot harder maintaining that inwards connection than just letting your abs dome outwards and feel like you're forcing yourself to come up, or it doesn't feel quite as smooth. So you should be able to feel the difference between engaging inwards and doming your abs out. Obviously we want to focus on keeping them engaged inwards the whole way as you come back up to sitting. So thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end, and I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you got value out of it. If you did, please connect via Instagram, Facebook, or just give us a follow on YouTube and let us know what you think. Thanks for watching, see you next time.